Yo, that's Baylor the Great. The great ones in the building. What's going on, B?
I drop lyrics to wake up spirits.
All right, and I am Haize, aka CEO Haize, and I said that right as the red wine connoisseur Jones is right on time. What's going on, Marquis?
I am here. I am chilling. I am alive. There you go. Boom.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I we didn't know if you were joining, hadn't heard from you, but you came in right as we were doing the intro. So you came right on time. That's it.
Holla.
The timing is immaculate. Now, moving on from that though, first topic for the day. J.Cole dropped a new song. We actually have another track that he produced later down the docket, but this track, Procrastination, and he actually used a fan's beat from YouTube. I just think that this is good. The song is all right, but I think this is really cool in a way to give exposure to somebody who's just out there trying to perfect their craft. What did you guys think about this?
Uh, I haven't finished listening to it, but the idea is dope for the reason that you just said, that it gives people on who's probably trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? Gives them a better look because it's that's probably like the ultimate cosign that you can get. Besides him actually saying, "Yo, no, he has dope beats." Nah, I rapped over his beat. You know what I mean? So that's a dope cosign. I think this should have been done though. You know what I mean?
I mean, but you remember Reason, his debut album was all beats he found off YouTube himself. So
did he give credit?
he didn't. That's something that we found when we were doing the research for the review on it when we reviewed it. But yeah,
If you didn't give credit, it don't count then.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Marquis.
I think it's great. I think this has given us an opportunity to get away from super producers and giving it back to people who are true to the game, true organic, and appreciate the culture. It's interesting because you always see these J. Cole type beats, and they make beats for individuals who want to produce songs that may fit into that genre but have their own different spin on it. But I think it's a great opportunity for us to give it back to the culture.
And that's exactly what that's doing, is giving it back to the culture. Go ahead, Baylor.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say it's like how we would say about and I hate to use this as a metaphor, but how we used to say like cats that used to know how to hoop real good but got locked up, never got the chance and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like there's other cats out there that might be just as good or better than these super producers, such as what Marquis said. So it's like, just imagine all of the producers that we haven't come across with certain different styles that we may have never seen, or a unique style that we haven't heard of yet. So that's dope.
Yeah, and it's cool because I don't know if you guys got to read the little blurb about the story. So J. Cole came across the beat when he was struggling and needed inspiration, and he searched J. Cole type beat, and that's how he found it. That's crazy, bro. That's wild for him to be, finding something like that. And then he gave the dude, Batman is the name of the producer. It gave him his okay to go ahead and release the track, man. That's love, bro. That's nothing but culture building right there.
What's even dope about that is every song we've heard from the past, 5-6 years have been produced by J. Cole. So now it's, opening the doors for other artists to give him beats or maybe open to collaborating again and stuff,
For sure.
And they have lanes like that out there. Like if you go on iTunes or you go on YouTube and you type up, Tupac type beats or Eminem type beats, it's a lot of them out there.
Shameless plug. My son has albums full of, or basically he's recorded songs with certain people type beats. JRK, shout out to JRK. So you want to check out his music, but there it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, this is dope, man. Just dope. It's dope all the way around, and I'm glad to see it. And hey, that's how you pay it back, man, in an organic way, right? Not the way that seems like you're really trying to get something out of yourself. Like he gave this man a song that he rapped on and said, "Go ahead and release it on YouTube." That's love, bro. That's crazy.
Yo, and if you really think about it, just imagine you find a guy that's trying to break into the game, and he got an album worth of production.
Yeah.
You can come out, you could flip that if you have a classic album. So now it's on you to match your lyrics with his production, and then turn something that was like this small to that. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Here's the flip to that, though. When people always tell you, what's the opportunity or what's the likelihood of somebody actually like J. Cole picking up your beat? Imagine if this dude just stopped and said, you know what, nobody's gonna get my beat. J. Cole literally came down, typed in J. Cole type beat, got his beat. Think about that. So this is going to inspire more people to create Kendrick Lamar type beat, Drake type beat, whatever. This is going to create that opportunity for people to create more beats organically and not worry about the same sound. I mean, Hit Boy is going to be Hit Boy. He's established. You know what I mean? But still, that super producer where they charging hundreds of thousands of dollars just produce your songs. There you go. $45, $100.
It might mess up, the record labels might be a little
Good
bit upset about that because
we don't own the record labels.
That's a major a cutting cost right there.
Yeah.
Probably almost 80 to 90%.
Mm-hmm. And I'm all for it.
Hey, listen. Franklin Saint would be all over it. That's all I can say.
It's about his business.
He'd be all over it.
About his business.
hey, and brick by brick, by the
brick
way.
By brick. I built this big brick. You think I'm gonna let it tear it down because you don't like the way a nigga rap?
Hey. We gonna talk about where that rank in TV scene.
You don't like the way a nigga rap? Bro, that's funny.
That was one of the greatest lines
ever. It's that, and then like the top 5 though, it's got to be 5 speeches from Papa Pope from Scandal, bro, because he used to be going off on that show, bro. That's the greatest rants on TV. But let's move on, man. So the 18th anniversary of the documentary, which is it's 18 years since the documentary dropped. That's crazy, bro. And in this, Game made an IG post, actually threw some love to 50 Cent and Dr. Dre. This is anytime anything positive is even said remotely positive about these two, everybody asks the question: Is a reunion possible? Do you know how much money's on the table if Game and 50 Cent decided to even do a 5-city tour together? There's a lot of money on the table.
It'll be beautiful. I would love to see it. I definitely would love to see it. But if I know 50. Like I know 50, he don't really care. He up.
Oh yeah, I'm 50. Don't care. Like
he up right now.
You know what? I think 50 may have gotten. Is 50 Cent too big for music at this point? Like, is he ever coming back to music?
If he comes back to music, it'll probably be in the same vein of like what he did with Pop Smoke album.
That's fair. But anyway, so I know this is about Game and the 18 years of the documentary. Are you guys surprised that he shot any love towards 50 Cent? And then what do you think about 18 years since the documentary? Marquis, I'll come to you on that.
Time flies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 30-something years since Illmatic. I don't know. Game is an emotional roller coaster, but I appreciate him. The one thing I do respect is that if you're aware of your emotions, that's the most important part. And I think that if the opportunity does strike, Game will take it. Same way he dissed Eminem, but he really didn't. He paid homage to it. And he still gives credit to 50 for being a pioneer or part of his career. So it's not like he ever says, oh, fuck him, whatever like that. He was just hurt behind what had happened. You know what I mean? So I think he'd still be appreciative of whatever could happen between them two, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just, I just think about how much nostalgia, and then like, if they were to do a mini tour or whatever together, if they were able to get some of the younger acts to open up for them, that would just be a beautiful hip hop thing. But Baylor, your neck of the woods, West Coast, what do you think about 18 years since the documentary, brother?
18 years is dope. That's his classic album. I said it. It's pretty much a classic to me. But are there people that dispute the documentary being a classic? Yeah, because they don't like him.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
His off the court antics. That's fair. What it is. So, but no, to piggyback off of even that is like, I think it's genuine, but I just think the difference between Game and 50 is like, I think 50 holds a grudge in a certain type of way. And I think Game just still wants to be heard. I still think he wants to be loved. I still think he wants to be respected and be in that limelight. And I think he battles, to me personally, in my opinion, with that online persona and whatever relationship he has behind the scenes with these artists.
I agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
I have a question.
Okay.
How do we are we defining the documentary as a classic? Now we're putting it up there with the Bigs, the Pacs, the Illmatics. Are we putting it in that category?
No, those are different. I hold those in a different class. When I say it's a classic, I'm putting it up there with the Carter 2, Get Rich or Die Trying. Like those that level of classics. There's up there. You talk about the Illmatics, Reasonable Doubt. You don't touch those.
Yeah, that's something different. Like that, I mean, to me, like a classic album is a classic album. You
Yeah.
know the difference. You know the
Death
difference
certificate.
between you.
Yeah.
I mean, it may. I don't know. I mean, I don't. I didn't want to compare them with the other classics, but we know the difference between Nas
Yeah.
classics and Games classics. We know the difference.
No, I get that, and I think a certain body of work, like even Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep doesn't have the same caliber, but The Infamous is considered a classic. Raekwon
Yeah.
Purple Tape, classic,
Yeah.
right?
Liquid Swords. I always
Liquid
gotta throw
Swords.
that in. Yeah.
If you
There's a
see
dark side.
if
Muddy
you see
Water.
if you see a purple tape on the ground, my first thought
Pick it
is
up. Pick it up. Sorry.
no. My first thought is Raekwon. Like that's the first thing that pops in my head. So I guess that's a whole totally different discussion is the different levels of a classic album because nothing was going to catch Thriller. But that's a whole nother,
Right.
But and again, nothing will catch Thriller. So I
Songs
think
in the key of love.
it's still Thriller. Off the wall.
Stevie.
I mean,
Stevie.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Michael.
Go ahead. Stevie.
Yeah, Jackson.
Wonder.
Wonder.
That's
Heal
a
the-
damn shame,
Yo,
fam.
you know what it
Damn
is?
shame.
Hey, heal the world.
That's crazy.
Birthday. Birthday song, bro. He wrote a birthday. Okay.
Let's
I have
move
to say,
on. Let's be
Get Rich or Die
professional.
Trying, though. I might have to say, might be up
Get
there
Ri-
with Reasonable Doubt.
Get Rich or Die Trying. I was surprised. I went back and listened to it. Literally, it was like a week or two ago. I was randomly doing something, and I was surprised at how well that album held up. Like, it's still in the, and I'm sure nostalgia plays a huge part in that as well. But like, there's something that said that like the moment you play that and you're just like, damn, I'm transported back here. And I remember the first time I listened to that album. That was probably Get Rich or Die Trying was one of the first albums that I bought on my own with my 100% my own money. I was a sophomore in high school, but no, I was a freshman that year. I was a freshman in high school, but it was also one of the first ones that I felt like, hey, this is my generation's classic. Like everything else that I heard before, like I was kind of detached from. I didn't feel like it was part of my generation. That and the Carters were like different for me. It hit different for me at that age that I was at that time.
I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Like I think a lot of the classics that's on that top tier level, it came from a certain time period. That's the only thing that's going to be against this new generation is that we appreciated music in a much different way. So the music that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, we all know where we was at. We know what we wore. We know who we was hollering at. We know who we beat up, who we lost to. The whole nine.
The difference too then is it's a cultural difference as well, because when you look at it, we had to, when we bought that Get Rich or Die Trying, we knew that we had probably 2 months before the next big release came out, and it was just that album. The way they consume media nowadays is it's all back to back, right? It's real quick. The next album for this generation comes out next week, so they don't sit with music and absorb it the way we did. When Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, it really felt like it was like a vacuum. Everything else filtered through that, and that was the only thing to really sit there and focus on, and then the responses to it and things like that. Like he really owned probably for the most part, a 90-day period after that album dropped, and then really 18 months after that was all G-Unit shit. So
hey, look, if you've never had a CD and it was scratched up on the back, you didn't live. If your CD player didn't die on you, then it's not a classic.
Bro.
Then it's not a classic.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this. This is controversial. I think in the club, so much hype was put behind Dre and Eminem producing him, right? Or signing him, and the expectation was he was just gonna be that song. So when you go to the club, people will put 2 quarters on, and you know what to play.
Yeah.
This is one of those super produced albums, but produced by Dre. 19 songs plus the bonus songs, but it surpassed the expectation. I remember exactly what happened that summer. And we were comparing it to like Illmatic and Jay-Z and blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, it like you said, it surpassed the summer. And then every song on there, Many Men to, Pimp, like you would think they were compilation best of songs, but they were on one album.
Just one album.
One full album. So when we talk about, looking back in history, and even if it was played right now, each song would have its own theme, its own TikTok meme. Like if you go through the album.
But it was also new though, Marquis. It was new to us.
I know, but even if that album came out right now, I believe that it would still have that play. Each song would have its own life or shelf life.
That means it aged well.
And I agree with that, and that's why I'm saying this "Get Rich or Die Trying" album was a lot better than people give it credit for. Because I actually would put it up there with Big's first album. I would put it up there with Illmatic, and again, it's one of those super produced albums where he actually fit in lyrically. It was corny sometimes, but he tied it in perfectly to the simplest of what hip hop purest form. Again, I wasn't a big 50 Cent fan back then, but that album, man, he ran hip hop for 2 years.
And what's funny too is I think people forget this because it felt like it was longer, right? 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying drops February 2003. G-Unit album drops November 2003. And then we start having the individual release, like literally. And I think people forget too, like G-Unit burned bright, but it was really what? A 4-year stretch? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to think just how impactful it was. And it was really just like 4 or 5 years and it was over with.
He did a Marvel rollout. He said, here I am. Here's the squad. Individual movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy.
And if you ain't got no rap videos, so at least 3 of your video songs, it ain't a classic. You whack.
This a lot of artists had 3 songs. I mean, Brand Nubian's second album, they had 3 songs, and that album was in. I'm not a big Lord Jamar fan. I'm sorry,
but you got to give me the visuals though.
Oh yeah. That's one thing we missed. All right, we spent a lot of time on this.
How many songs did Nas have on I Am? How many videos?
Just 2, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, moving on from that. So I said we were going to talk about J.Cole again. He produced this track called 210s with Cordae and Anderson .Paak. Did you guys get a chance to listen to it?
No, I didn't.
No. You guys got to listen to the track, man.
It's worth it.
The fact that it's J.Cole produced and it's him, not him. Like I'll say this: the Anderson .Paak J.Cole collabo. I need more of it. I need more of it.
So does J. Cole have a sound?
Yeah, I know J. I need J. Cole. Yeah, I know J. Cole sound.
His sound is the audio version of the niggas that hang on the block. Like that's what it is. Like Colt 45.
Imagine a J. Cole produced Nas song.
Listen, we never even got J. Cole's verse on
that Nas down.
No. J. Cole's verse on what was the last Jay-Z?
Bath Salt.
Yeah, Bath Salt. We still haven't like Swiss Beats teased it and we still haven't got it released.
Swiss Beats is full of shit, yo.
Bro, like
I hate that niggas, man. Between him, who is it? Who's Swiss Beats? It was Swiss Beats, Kanye, and
Just Blaze?
Just Blaze. There's a song called The Scientist with Nas and Jay-Z on it that we're never going to hear. There's also Sinatra in His Hands with Nas and Jay-Z featuring Justin Timberlake and Timberland. We're never going to hear. Like, I'm tired of these producers holding these songs for hostage. And, like, Bath Salt was out 5 years ago, and it finally came out. And, like, exactly. This is what we got?
Yeah.
Swizz Beatz ruins moments.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on that Swizz Beat rant.
No, you're fine. It's all legit. Speaking of though, get into that. You going there? It's your segment, Black People, because we got no new music to talk about. Black People Like Rock too.
Why not? So U2 has a new album coming out, and Metallica has a new album coming out. So that'll be interesting. Mm-hmm. Tours will be kicking off because summer's gonna be picking up. Imagine Dragons. You have Fall Out Boy has a new album coming out. I haven't been listening to much lately. It hasn't been a lot out, but if there's any recommendations you guys have, please share. Looking for some new music. I will be going to see Gojira in England. I might be going to see Gojira in England. Long story, but go ahead.
I lost my whole train of thought now. Thank you, sir.
My bad. I apologize for that. We should come up with a rock album. We should come up with best rock. Ooh, really quick. Best solo of all time. I have to say, and I'll give you credit for this, Baylor. You made me think about this. is from on Bad. No, Beat It. No, the solo from Beat It was from Van Halen. Yep. The best solo of all time. Not Guns N' Roses, not November Rain. Beat It. Beat It.
You want some pushback from that?
Go for it.
Not me.
Niggas don't know rock enough to push back on me. Nah, I'm good.
All right. So BMF, have you guys watched have you all caught up on BMF so far?
Yeah. It's dropping every Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the 3rd episode coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, 3rd episode's coming up. How you feel about it so far?
Well, we getting our boy back. He looks like he about to be turning out some more water. So that's gonna throw a monkey wrench in a lot of Meech plans. I'm excited. I mean, you know, this show hasn't failed me. They have no pullback from letting the bodies hit the floor. 50 is really dropping them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They don't give a damn about that.
Did a body drop in the first episode? I didn't watch it yet. Did a body drop in the first episode?
But besides him getting out the hospital,
yeah.
No other bodies.
No.
Not that I can be.
Then I thought the body's gonna hit the floor. I'm sorry. I've been caught up with what's the show from Hulu?
Hunters?
The slavery show.
Oh,
Kindred.
Yeah,
Kindred, and then there's a lot. I got to get caught up on BMF. I apologize.
No worries, man. It is what it is. There. Baylor, what you got for us? This is the last segment of the day, man. That's it.
I'm excited about this, actually.
Well, it's not an album that we necessarily had to put on the docket. But I did want everybody to check out one of my West Coast artists from the East Side, same area that I was born and raised in. An artist by the name of Airplane James, and he put out a nice little 8-piece called "Still Hurt," and that's my West Coast bias for today.
All right, I got that added in. I'll give it a check out.
Okay, I'm adding in right now, baby.
All right.
That
is it, man. We got movies, TV shows coming. Snowfall's on the precipice where we're like a month away from Snowfall coming back. We're gonna be talking about a lot of shows here. Didn't want to get too in depth without Mary being there, but we got some shit to talk about, man.
What show coming up next? Wu-Tang?
No, I think Wu-Tang is after Snowfall, I believe.
Yeah, they're both in March.
Okay, they're both in March, and then Power Ghost comes back after that, right?
We ain't got nothing in February.
I got Last of Us.
Snowfall.
Oh, so Snowfall is before both of them?
Yeah, Snowfall is like February 16th or something like that, I think.
24th?
Sounds about right.
We did talk about
22nd. Snowfall is this 22nd. So.
Okay.
We talked about Intergalactic, right?
Intergalactic.
Hey, Cudi movie.
No.
Oh, man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I keep scrolling by on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Nah, you got to do it.
You really?
I saw it 3 times already. 3 times.
Check it out.
You got to do it.
Okay.
You know me how I feel about Kid Cudi. You know me and Kid Cudi's relationship. Cudi, you're no longer a kid no more. You're an adult, Cudi. This funny. Movie. I'm surprised. Yeah,
he was hilarious in the new House Party too.
He's in House Party?
Oh hell yeah, he's hilarious.
It was worth it?
I keep telling you, it was solid. I'm not saying it's like go pay matinee prices for it or anything. Like it would have been better if it came to streaming, but it was a solid film. Did you see it yet, Bella?
No, that's what I was waiting on for it to come to stream.
I'm telling you.
I want to watch Devotion. Anybody see that?
I heard there's a lot of cameos up in there though.
I mean, it's a LeBron produced show, right?
Yeah.
So I'm about to get ready for The Last of Us, but please believe when I say watch Intergalactic. And I know Baylor will appreciate this because the edibles kick in, the colors will be fascinating. I promise you. Okay. I promise you.
That is hilarious. We're gonna hold you to that there,
You know what? I'll even say this. Give me something to watch. I'm that serious. I promise you, you'll love this movie that much. You can tell me I'll watch anything you recommend. That's how confident I am right now.
Cruel Summer.
What is that?
It's on Hulu. I'm
That's
still
an
waiting
album,
for
right?
I'm still waiting for the second season to come
That's not an
out.
album.
And then-
No, I'm giving you a movie. No, I'm giving you an hour and 45
no,
minutes
no.
of my life.
This is
Yeah,
a
he's talking about
it's
a
a
show.
TV show.
Yeah,
It's a
No,
TV show.
I'm talking about hour 45 minutes. No, you got to give me an hour 45 minutes. Time for time, bro.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead and give me your social media. We'll work that out offline, man. Go ahead and give me your social media one by one before we get up out of here. Baylor.
At Baylorism on TikTok, at Baylorism on Twitter.
He a funny motherfucker.
Baylor the Great.
Y'all know he a funny motherfucker.
No, he's sick. He's sick in the head. That's what it really is. We gonna find out in 20 years from now. Like, y'all was laughing. Y'all know Baylor really had some crazy shit going on. He just murdered 14 white people. That's gonna be Baylor. The signs were all there.
Allegedly.
The signs were there. Allegedly. Go ahead, Marquis.
Yo, Kilo Green. No, Kilo Green? Kilogram. Kilo Green's next. That's what's up. Yeah, there you go.
You can follow me.
Watch Intergalactic. I promise.
I'll check it out. You can follow me at CEO Haize, CEO Haize. You can follow us collectively at The B.R.E.A.K.S Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. Lastly, you can leave a text and or voicemail. The number to do so, 614-547-2039. We are the number one spot for everything hip-hop related. We out this mug. Peace, y'all.
Aren't you proud of me? I've been positive.
I mean, listen, every dog has